Hey, Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Chakadash, double honor to the apostles of great millstone, and Shalom to your brothers on the highways and byways, doing the works sincerely faithfully and continually fighting the good fight of faith. Alright. So this lesson's coming to you out of Massachusetts. Alright, so here in Boston. So the governor went on live television, and this is dated July 2nd, 2020, 1:18 p.m. Okay, and this is what he stated. It says Massachusetts bars and other phase 4 businesses won't reopen without coronavirus treatment or vaccine, Baker reiterates. Now, Baker's the governor, Charlie Baker. Okay, so he didn't come up with this himself, man. Okay, these doubles, they're strategically setting this thing up. Okay, you know the big to do is going to be the RFID microchip. But in order to get people to be more passive, if you will, or accepting of it, you gotta start strategically, setting up your arrows, if you will. Okay, so right now they're talking about another round of COVID-19. Okay, so with that, they're gonna try to shut down more of these mom and pop stores. Okay. Their pockets ain't deep enough to sustain themselves through this so-called COVID-19 pandemic. Okay? Get rid of them mom and pop stores. Now, who do you have left? The big retailers. Okay? The big boys. And they're the ones who are going to be receiving all your business, because these companies are already strategically set up for the 5G networking process. Okay? So not only are they getting rid of the little local mom and pop restaurants and stores and what have you, okay, they're also putting in place this so-called vaccine, which I believe is already in place. But to keep the so-called if you will, the American people in check, you got to keep continually telling them that the virus is still out there. And that's how you can control the masses. You can control the masses by telling them the virus is still here, it's spreading, it's mutated, this, that, and the third. Okay? So they're saying a treatment, which there's no treatment, you quarantine yourself for 14 days and you're good to go. Or a vaccine. Okay? So now, from there, I came across this article in Spectrum News out of Cincinnati. And it says, researchers recruiting minorities for COVID-19 vaccine trial. And you got to be a damn fool to take this trial vaccine. It says, Cincinnati, Ohio, researchers are trying to get more minorities to test out the new coronavirus trial vaccine, but some might be hesitant to jump in. And they're going to give you the reason why some might be hesitant to jump in. Let me see if I can get right to the point here. Alright, I'm going to start here. It says, the concern is out of 50 people who came to Cincinnati Children's Research Center to get the trial vaccine, only 4 of them were minorities. Crosby said, the problem dates back decades. Let's see what the problem was. It says, this is really due to the historical mistrust from researchers. People are probably very familiar with the Tuskegee experiment, said Crosby. The Tuskegee experiment happened more than 40 years ago, from 1930s to the 70s, according to the CDC, Center for Disease Control Prevention. Okay? 40 years. Okay? They put this experiment in place for 40 years. Let's see what they did. It says, it was a secret federal experiment on black men to study the effects of syphilis without treatment. Research was conducted on people of color without their informed consent, said Crosby. You see? This is what this devil does, man. You take anything from this devil, you best believe you're gonna die or you're gonna get sick and something's gonna happen to you, man. Something is really gonna happen to you. You think this leopard changed his spots? This devil ain't changed. There's war. War was in his heart from the start, man. Had these men injecting these men with syphilis, they went untreated for years to see what the effects was going to be. He's a real devil, man. And you fools out there saying Esau is not the soul. Oh man, it just gets me hot, man, to know that this devil has done all types of wickedness, pure wickedness, and you people still can't see it. Okay, you still can't see it. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thy enemy. Why? Because he might inject you with syphilis. Okay? And now they're trying to conjure up so-called minorities, black people, to take part in their vaccine trial. And they're gonna have you sign a waiver talking about they're not responsible for any side effects or any illness that you may, come across. You want niggas ain't stupid. Staying clear of that shit. Okay? And like I said, they already got this shit in place, man. But if they go along the guise of we have it already, it's gonna make the people leery. Wait a minute, that's too damn quick, because technically it takes 4 to 5 years for a vaccine to be approved. Okay? And these devils are gonna just say, oh yeah, we got it ready. No, so they're gonna play the game. They're gonna play the game, they're gonna go through the motions, and they're, telling people we're working hard, we're working feverishly, we're gonna have something real soon. It's already in place, man. Because they already know who they want to kill. And what they did with this so-called first round of coronavirus, they did the experiment. And that experiment consisted of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Israelites. And they injected you, however you got injected, or however they administered the virus to you, whether it been through your nostril or some type of blood test that they took to see what was going on with you. Then all of a sudden you come down with the so-called COVID-19. You see, never trust thy enemy, for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And this devil is the most wickedest man on the planet, man. There's no getting around this dude. Esau. Amos 1:11. And this is one of my favorites, man. And this goes to show you that this devil's not going to escape, man. He's not going to go unscathed. The Lord is going to touch this dude. It says, thus saith the Lord power. For 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. So there's a swift punishment coming for Esau, man, and all his house. Okay? Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and they have been continuously pursuing us. Continuously. It's never stopped. And you think just because some of these, average everyday Joe crackers are, joining you on the front line with this Black Lives Matter, you think that's going to just suffice and, get you to believe that he's a trustworthy guy? Believe me, when shit comes to shove, when push comes to shove, they're going to side with their people, man. They're going to side with their people. All right? So with that, let me see here. Okay, so I typed in, are black men the target of COVID-19? Okay, and let me see. It says COVID-19 and racial ethnic minority group, CDC. And this is their official website. It says long-standing systemic health and social iniquities have put some members of racial and ethnic minority groups at increased risk of getting COVID-19. This is the problem, man. This is the problem. Anything this devil says, anything he says, people believe, man. And that's it. You can't trust this devil. You can't trust him. You see? Okay, it says, putting them at high risk, experiencing severe illness regardless of age. Among some social and ethnic minority groups, including non-Hispanic black persons, Hispanic and Latinos, and American Indians, Alaskan Natives, evidence points to higher rates of hospitalizations or death from COVID-19 than among non-Hispanic white persons. And this is all the ploy to rid and kill the children of Israel. Okay? This is the bottom line, man. This is the bottom line. Esau has always said in his heart he wanted to slay his brother. As of June 12, 2020, age-adjusted hospitalization rates are highest among non-Hispanic American Indians or Alaskan Natives and non-Hispanic black persons, followed by Hispanic or Latino persons. Man, this is bullshit. I'm telling you, man. So here's the chart. Here's the chart. This is crazy. Non-Hispanic blacks, 178.1. And this is rate per 100,000 population. Look at this shit. Look at Esau. Only 40.1. He's a damn devil, man. If you don't know, now you know. This man is a real devil. Okay? And the majority of these high numbers are the children of Israel. Alright, so I'm going to end this on there, man, if I end up smashing. I can't wait till the Lord raises us up to put our hands on this devil. And he needs to get his hands, he needs to have hands laid on him. Alright, so Lord willing, it's just a quick insight concerning, Massachusetts. And there's going to be other states to follow suit, because these orders aren't coming from the governors. These orders are coming down from the World Health Organization. Okay? So they're going to roll out a vaccine, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. And you better hope and pray that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has you covered, okay, from all this shit that's about to go down. A lot of you Israelites going to fall to this, man. You're going to fall by this sword. Alright, so with that I say shalom.